Hello there. I'm Bloxon, and this is my brilliant friend, Sherblock.
I'm sure they know who I am already.
Right. So, you may have heard that we're the stars of a new series called Fogtown that's currently crowdfunding our pilot episode on Seed and Spark. What you may not know about are all the wonderful treasures you can collect for pledging your support. We've toiled day and night to make some fun and unique rewards that I think you...
My goodness, Bloxon. No one wants to hear you ramble on about it. This is a visual medium. Show the people what they can get.
Of course, you're right. Now, in this video, we'll work our way up to some pretty impressive rewards. But to start at $10, you'll receive our deepest thanks, a shout-out on Fogtown's social media, and access to all the latest behind-the-scenes developments. For $25, you'll get the $10 rewards, as well as early access to our finished pilot episode before it's available anywhere else. You'll also get wallpapers for your phones and computer devices of our cozy little abode, and a customized rap sheet featuring your photo and some silly jokes about you, created either by yourself or our writing team. Your choice. It's our fun little way of bringing you into the world of Fogtown by pretending you're a common criminal.
Probably not much of a stretch. Look at them, sitting there, beady-eyed, full of sin.
Oh, Sherblock, be nice, we want their money. Now, the $35 tier is where it gets really juicy. Not only will you receive all the previous rewards, but also the very special Fogtown adventure game. You'll get the chance to join us for a special interactive case featuring beloved adventure game stars Dean Erickson, Lenval Brown, Paul Stetler, and Rupert Booth, all contributing their voices to the cast. Help guide us through the game's many branching paths to solve the mystery in a most thrilling conclusion.
Ugh. I'd rather be a 6-month-old tuna fish sandwich than let some random pedestrian control my every decision.
It's not like that, Sherblock. They'll just be joining us for a case. You'll still be the one at the helm. Never mind him. You'll get to make him do very silly things if you so desire.
What's that?
I was just saying that our next tier is at the $50 level. Remember how great our soundtrack sounded that you haven't heard yet because it can't exist until we get funding? Well, now you have a downloadable soundtrack album from the pilot and the game. You'll also get a special thanks in the Fogtown Games credits. Now, at the $75 level, here you'll receive a digital package filled to the brim with Fogtown-themed, experience-enchanting, technological enhancements. Remember those wallpapers we showed earlier? Well, now they're animated and make excellent video chat backgrounds. And remember how you wanted to make a dedicated fan blog of the Fogtown production and obsessively stalk our every movement? Well, now you can do so properly with our homemade Fogtown font.
And all the previous prizes?
Oh, they get those too. In fact, every tier will include the items from the previous ones.
So the more money they pledge, the more things they get. Enticing.
Exactly. Following along, we want you to know that pledging big bucks like, say, $125, you really start to make a dent in our crowdfunding goal and bring Fogtown that much closer to being made. And for that, we thank you with a tote bag hand-printed with original art. Because just like cash, which we love, tote bags are timeless, helpful, never out of style, and reusable no matter how much it needs a good wash. Oh, and you get a sticker pack.
Perhaps I should pledge to this campaign.
No, Sherblock, we're the ones who need the money.
But I want stickers, Bloxon.
Why would you want stickers?
My reasons are my own. And you ask a lot of questions. You're starting to sound like a narc, Bloxon.
For $250, you will get to be in the pilot. At least your voice will be used in some rather unique sound design. You see, the writers have come up with an elaborate dream sequence with a giant moth god that peeks out of the clouds and lets out a mighty screech. You can use your phone, webcam, or even professional audio equipment to record your best infernal screech and send it off to our sound designer, who will weave all your dulcet tones into a terrifying chimera. How delightful.
Debatable.
For $500, your name will be featured in the pilot's end credits under special thanks, and you'll receive a bobblehead of one of us from the show. The kind of thing a today fan of Fogtown can own to make a future fan of Fogtown extremely jealous. Who will you choose? Ooh. We will also personally thank you in a public video that we will post online for all the world to see and understand the benevolent, art-supporting excellence that is you. To give you a taste, it will sound something like this. Ready? Thank you.
Festivus. Jerry.
Jerry. Worth. You are cool. Great.
Nailed it.
Now, the next tier is one of my favorites. For $1,000, you'll get your face or the face of a beloved pet or some other photo you own printed onto a shirt which the crew of Fogtown will wear during the making of the show in the game. You will be forever immortalized in the numerous behind-the-scenes video documentaries which are sure to pop up all over the interwebs. It's certain to be equal parts hilarious and baffling.
And if it just clicked in your head how truly odd and special the people behind Fogtown are, just remember that they spend hours in their little homes at their little computer things, writing this very script for this very video. Coordinated, filmed all the material, edited it, all to help show you how much they and a whole community of weirdos believe in this project. And hopefully to convince you that joining us on this adventure will be so worth it.
Oh, Sherlock, that was so touching. Now, for the 1,500 tier, we...
1,500? Oh, you mean to say that people can donate over $1,000 to this campaign?
Yes, they can donate however much they like. And, now this is really nifty, because the Fogtown team was granted a fiscal sponsorship by the Portland Art Museum, all donations we receive will be tax deductible for our supporters.
A clever ploy. Hopefully one that will encourage some hefty donations of the old cheese.
And hopefully money as well. Dairy products aren't being accepted by Seed & Spark just yet. At $1,500, you'll be credited as the pilot's associate producer. Just think of how cool that sounds. So nifty. We'll be forever grateful to you, and you can bet that we will take every measure to ensure we spell your name correctly. Now, let's take a leap for a moment and imagine pledging $2,500 to this silly and insightful project that will bring a smile to children and grown-ups the world over. If you did this, your very likeness, in all of its generous gorgeousness, can appear in the pilot episode itself, whether as a puppet citizen of Fogtown or a distantly related family portrait on the apartment wall. Your artistically rendered visage will be vividly invested into the very fibre of the venture forevermore. For $4,000, well, I'll just eat my hat. And his scarf. But once that's over with and we see what happens on the other side, we will thank you, and we will send you all the previous goodies. And, I said produce an additional Fogtown bonus short that will ask you to help us write if you so choose, using a sort of handy-dandy fill-in-the-blank template sort of thing. Anyways, it'll be just as high production value as the actual show, no matter how ridiculous you make the story, so have at it. For $5,000, you will earn the coveted co-producer credit, and all that has been previously mentioned. And last but not least, for a whopping $10,000, you'll be crowned executive producer and show up in the special thanks of all future episodes of Fogtown, no matter how big a platform the show may end up on, because you deserve to be recognized as positively instrumental in making this dream a reality.
And what if, big if, they donated more than 10,000?
Goodness me, I don't know. I suppose me and Sherlock could provide services of some sort? Perhaps babysitting?
Highly unlikely.
Or haircuts?
Intriguing.
What about shaving our supporters' children?
Go on.
And using the hair to make a new disguise?
I'm in.
Wonderful! If any of you out there are generous enough to donate over $10,000, we will gladly shave your offspring and steal their hair for our own detective-related activities. Head over to Seed & Spark now and help fund the making of Fogtown.
After hearing about all those awards, they'd be silly not to. Now, leave me be. I have brooding to do.
What will you brood about today?
Most likely those stickers you mentioned. Yes, stickers. So inconspicuous and charming. So many things I could stick them on. Of course! Their moniker is the action in which you use them. Genius! Why didn't I think of that before? Most likely the allure of customizing my world with tiny pops of art clouded my deductive reasoning. I'll never forgive them for this. Curse you, stickers! Curse you!